Hey, Life Mastery peeps, Sue Matejchuk here, Life Mastery Consultant, with week 1 in Life Mastery in Manifestation. Life Mastery in Manifestation. What does that mean to you? What does manifestation mean to you? No. Now, what today we're going to talk about, and I'm recording this as a YouTube video for you to watch, and study and answer the questions with this video, because we're going to be talking about this the entire month. Week 1, Life Mastery, Manifestation. So let's start off with a deep breath in and out, and in and out. Knowing that we manifested another day of life. We are manifesting another day of life where we'll be breathing. And if we breathe another 24 hours, we will be manifesting another day of this divine gift that we've been given. Not everyone woke up today. You did. What will you be manifesting and doing with it? So this is the affirmation for this week. I am the divine in motion. Let's try that again. Let's all try that. I am the divine in motion. I am the divine in motion. I am the divine in motion. So our topic, week 1, Life Mastery in Manifestation. We're talking about becoming a conscious manifestor. Conscious manifestor. So everything is created twice. It's the basic spiritual law of thinking. We know this. How often do we practice this and bring our thoughts back? Everything is created twice. If you want to know what you're creating and what you're thinking, first it's in mind, okay? We all know it, but we might not know the power of it. Now, it's created in thinking and then the results. Thinking, results. Thinking creates feelings, creates actions, creates results. And if you want to know what you've been thinking, look around at your results. Okay, for a minute, take a round, look at the results around you. You can tell what you're thinking. All right? If you're dissatisfied with your results, this is where we're going back and tracing it back to your thinking. And what are you thinking? Because as we talked about before, in the science of getting rich, there's a formless substance out there. Whatever we put in the formless substance, we create. Everything is created twice. So this is a vision-driven program. Life can either be condition-driven or vision-driven. You get to choose. Are your results because you're circumstance-driven? Like, I can't, people out there are living in circumstance-driven thinking. Okay? And you know that because we can see the results that we're getting. Or you, and by bringing this program, it's vision-driven program. So we always come back to your vision to set your focus and that frequency, the vibrational frequency. So for those of you who are new, we got new people joining us. Woohoo! I love it. Your first step is to create a vision statement of the life you would love in the 4 key domains of your life. Your health, your relationships, your career, and your time and money freedom. Now, I know most of you know this. There are those of you who will be watching this for the first time. It's so important to live a vision-driven life, creating in as much detail the your life in the 4 quadrants. Now, updating your vision and keeping it alive, making vision is a key. Updating your vision and keeping it alive is the key. I will ask you, how often during the day are you keeping your vision alive? 5 minutes in the morning? That's how you can look at your results. 3 times a day, look at your results. On the hour, one of you is setting your wake up on your phone every hour, taking 10 seconds out every hour to bring you back to your vision. Okay? Until there's a burning desire and an expectation for your vision, it ain't going to happen. That's the conscious manifestation. Now, you don't get a choice about whether or not you're going to create a life. Now, you only get a choice about whether that life is created out of design or default. Now, wherever you put your attention on, the universe reaches your intention. Now, I know that you know that, but let's go back and repeat that. What are you paying attention to? Pay attention to what you're paying attention to, and you can see your results. Okay? So, here's what I wanted to do this week. I wanted to go into the screen share. I love the fact that this is being recorded. I'm going to go screen share here. Bing, bing, bing. And take you into my mentor, teacher, coach, as well as yours, Mary Morrissey, talking more about the science and getting rich in this whole topic of manifestation. So this is a daily, my morning mentor. I'm going to show it to you. Let me check it out here. Full screen, and here you go. Take it away, Mary.
Well, the next few days, we're going to spend some time each day with one specific skill set in how to improve our thinking. In 1910, Wallace Wattles wrote a book called The Science of Getting Rich. Now, most of us translate the word rich as lots of money. He didn't mean the absence of money, but he meant a rich life, a life rich in health, a life rich in relationships, a life rich in the creative expression, and a life rich in the freedom to do what we want to do and go where we want to go, give what we want to give, and leave a legacy. In order to do that, we have to have the freedom to live and move in the material realm in a way that matters, that it is in accordance with our own values and our own dreams. He says this: there is a thinking stuff from which all things are made, from which in its original state permeates, penetrates, and fills the inner spaces of the universe. There's a thinking stuff that's everywhere present. And in the Bible, we hear, in God we live and move and have our being, and God lives and moves and has being in us. Wallace Wattles calls it this thinking stuff. It permeates, it penetrates, it's everywhere. So we take that as a first premise. Secondly, he says, a thought in this substance produces the thing that is imaged by that thought. Now, you know that that's true. The minute you think Statue of Liberty, boom, in your mind, you see Statue of Liberty, immediately it creates that in your mind. Whatever you think is immediately created in the mind. And then over time, he says, you can actually form the things that are in your mind by your thought, by impressing that thought into the formless substance. And you can actually cause that thing you think about to be created. Thought seeds are no different than physical seeds. And so I'm going to repeat these 3 points, ask you to think about them today, to recognize that right where you are, you live and move and have your being in this living substance. Call it life, call it God, call it the thinking substance. You think inside this stuff. You form thought forms. You impress that thought form. See, the minute you think it goes into your mind. It's there. It's a living reality in your mind. But if you think about it consistently and over time, you can actually cause, through the science of thinking, that very thing to become the form of your life. This is freedom. This is power. And this is the stuff that God gave us, the freedom. It's the stuff of God's. So today we're just going to contemplate the real power that has been given to us. And we're going to practice some things that are going to help us learn not just to think, but to think well. So today, as you're thinking thoughts, choose the good ones, and have a great day.
All right. There you go. All right. I'm going to go back here and we'll come right back to this. I want to make sure that this is recording. Oh, yes, we are recording. Yes. Well, like thinking like, oh, did I record this? I'm like, yes, it is recording. Okay, now let me go back and we're going to go back in here. There you go. It's one of those thoughts. I'm like really into it. I'm like, oh, I hope I'm recording this. Like, okay, thank you for putting up with me. Okay, now what I want to go into this golden nuggets. Ask yourself some questions. Okay. So this is all about that formless thinking stuff. And once again, this is from the Science of Getting Rich, chapter 4. We talked about that before. So I'm going to read this and then give you guys some thoughts. You have the ability to choose your thoughts. Agreed? So you can create a life rich in freedom to be who you want to be, do what you want to do, give what you want to give. Okay? So your dream is having the freedom to move in that material world in a way that is in accordance with your core values. Now, take a minute here. You can even pause this. Write down your top 4 core values. Okay? Just an example of my core value is about fun, about being outside, and about family. It's about empowering people to live lives they love. Just at the end of the day, how I'm in alignment with my core values. Okay, so here's the quote from Wallace Wattles. There's this thinking stuff from which all things are made. Okay. And in its original state permeates, penetrates, and fills the inner spaces of the universe. Interesting. Think about that. Permeates, penetrates, and it fills all those spaces of the universe. Thought seeds are no different than physical seeds. We plant an oak tree, we expect an oak. We plant a tomato, we're not going to get beans. Whatever you're planting, nurture it. We were talking this morning, there's these weed seeds of fear, doubt, and worry. Doubt might be coming in. Pull those weeds out. We're nurturing those thought seeds. So the question is, what thought will empower you today and this week? What thought will empower you today? You get to create it. You get to choose it. I'm going to have some fun with you guys now that you can see this screen share of mine. I'll just tell you a little bit about where my thinking has been today. So today I had a 6:45 a.m., yes, a.m. coaching call. And boy, I love getting up early and doing that early. I also love getting up and meditating and asking what is mine to do today. And I have a definite pattern that are non-negotiables. Non-negotiables. One is vision. My weekly vision, my monthly vision. And I vision it by a recording I'm listening to. The second non-negotiable is my Facebook Live. If you haven't watched those, that's what I'm usually thinking during the day. Go in there if you want to know what I'm thinking. And because I'm empowering people globally. So if you want to get on my Facebook, click back, and I'm talking to a specific group of people. Okay. Sometimes during the day, I will be around people and I won't engage in the conversation, but I'll be thinking about a conversation. I'll come back, research it, and boom, I'll put it out on Facebook Live. That's a daily ritual of mine. And then I put it on YouTube. So I have 300 YouTube videos right now. It's not the number, it's the consistency, and that's how long I've been doing it. So vision, Facebook Live, and then I blog every day. Exercise is an everyday. I track my income every day. Being an entrepreneur, it's up and down, whatever. And I see how I can consistently, because with the income, signs of getting rich, it grows. It really does. So what are your non-negotiables that you do daily? Remembering that thoughts create feelings, create actions, create results. What empowerment thoughts are you doing today that you will be writing down? How updated is your vision? How clear is it? How, if someone was to ask you what your vision is, how clearly can you bam, 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 rattle it off, right? Are you saying, yes, I have a good life in your vision? That's one way. Or can you actually describe it in your vision? Okay, these are, we're on this you're in life mastery, which means we don't let, no matter how good our life is, we don't let it circle and circle and circle. If we're in a pattern of circling and circling, we are in a rut, even if it's a good rut, right? This week, we are consciously manifesting, getting out of whatever that rut is. Thoreau, when he was writing Walden, he lived in, and I love it, Jill knows, I love it. I look over at my wall and there's a picture of Jill and I at Walden Pond. And the memory is the feeling of being at Walden Pond. Hang on, I'm gonna go get this. It's great. Okay, hang on, I'm getting it. Okay. Little photo op here. Okay. The feeling let me show you a picture of Jill in Walden Pond. Okay. Now, there's something sacred about those waters to me and to Jill. It's the fact that I was with my daughter in the waters of Walden Pond and people were swimming in it. And then this is where Thoreau wrote the book. He chose deliberately to live his life there 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days. Yes, Walden Pond, Jill in those waters. I love it. Now, let me show you, let's see. These are in my office. I look at these every day. And remembering, okay, here's a picture of Jill at the actual home site with the sun. And there's something sacred about this picture to me as well. There's nothing like being a mom and seeing your daughter, who you've known all her life, come more and more and more alive in their vision, So there you go. Now, this is my favorite picture in the world. Oops. There you go. That's Jill and I, and this is the sign at Thoreau's home site. And here's what it says. I went to the woods because I wish to live life. I wish to live deliberately. Wait a minute, I'm reading it backwards. Hang on a second. I know how I can do this. Hang on. I'm gonna hold this up like here. One of those moments in time. I went to the woods. I'm sorry. Okay. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately. To front only the essential facts of life. and see if I could not learn what I had to teach. Whoops. Gosh, I'm sorry. Okay, here you go. Now I can do it. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. And not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. Henry David Thoreau. Right there, that spot. Mother-daughter power shot. Zoom. Zoom. And then we walked. One thing, if you know Jill, and you guys know her kind of, sort of just from these calls, but one of the things that Jill loves to do, we go to cemeteries and check it out. This is Henry David Thoreau's grave. This is Henry, and there's all these pens there. People come there on pilgrimage and leave their pens and little notes to Henry David Thoreau. So how would your life look? What's your legacy where people would travel and listen to you, maybe not listen to your words while you're alive, but what are you leaving as your legacy? Once again, Concord, Massachusetts, Walden Pond, Henry David Thoreau. Now, let's see. One more. One of the things we like to do is have fun, right? Core value, have fun. And Jill and I were walking, and there was, what do you call those? Garage sales, but it wasn't in a garage. It was for this theater company, and they were having these garage sales. So we went in, and we bought stuff, for 25 cents, $1. This is like the Concord, Massachusetts people. And this was Jill, little princess dress we got for Anna. Jill looks so cute in it. There's another one playing dress up, in Concord, Massachusetts. Why not? Bing. Okay, so just a little bit of something that when you're thinking about manifestation and becoming a conscious manifester, what would you love to manifest that would truly live? It started out with manifesting a dream of being at Walden Pond. We not only were at Walden, we were in the pond, And what's funny is people swim there every day. It's a local park, And so if that's your dream, you got to go there. There's the vortex there. So once again, empowering your life, formless stuff out there. What you think about, you create. Okay, so for this week, I know that this video is a must, non-negotiable. What the power of our Life Mastery Group, it doesn't do any good if you show up once in a while and kind of empower. We want people who are solid in there and serious about their lives and their legacy and what they like to manifest in a fun, secure, safe way. That's the beauty of Life Mastery Wednesday night group. Dream big, dream bold, accomplish brilliantly. Be prepared next week to come with an updated vision, what you would love to manifest this month, and we will report in support as we go through with the topic of manifestation for this month. Life Mastery peeps, you rock. Judy Matejchuk here, Life Mastery Consultant, over and out. See you next week.